want to illustrate the factor theorem in this video. Now, we have this quadratic or this cubic expression, x cubed minus 4x squared minus 11x minus 30. We know that it is equal to x plus 2, x minus 3, x plus 5, as displayed on the screen, right? Now, here, clearly, these are factors. You can see x plus 2 is a factor, so the factors are x plus 2, x minus 3, x plus 5. Alright? Because if you divide, it shows that if you divide x cubed minus or x squared minus 11x minus 30 by x plus 2, you will get x minus 3, x plus 5, remainder 0. If you divide it by x minus 3, you're going to get x plus 2, x minus 3, x plus 5, remainder 0. And if you divide it by x plus 5, we get x plus 2, x minus 3, remainder 0. Because this, you see, is the same thing as this. So if we have, for example, x plus 2, x minus 3, x plus 5, and we divide this by x plus 2, x plus 2 will cancel x plus 2. So we end up with x minus 3, x plus 5. Alright? That's what we would get. And so on. Now, here. What is it that would make x cubed minus 4x squared minus 11x minus 30 equal 0? Well, whatever it is, the same thing would make x plus 2, x minus 3, x minus 5 also equal 0, because they are equal, they are the same. Alright? So, the question is, what would make x plus 2, x minus 3, x plus 5 equal 0? Well, the thing is, if you should have 0 times x minus 3 times x plus 5, the answer would be 0. Alright? Now, 0 times x minus 3 is 0. And then 0 times x plus 5 is 0. Oh, look at it. If you make this 0, then all of this would be 0. Let's call this thing f of x. So f of x is equal to x cubed minus 4x squared minus 11x minus 30. That's f of x. Now, f of what would make all of this 0? That's what we want to find out. F of something here. Let's call it a, since we don't know it. F of a would make all of this 0. Alright, let's see now. Oh, what you do, you see. Look at this. Make x plus 2 equal 0. If x plus 2 is equal to 0, what would x be? Well, we know that negative 2 plus 2 equals 0. So x would have to be negative 2. Alright. So this a thing there, if we make x negative 2, and f of negative 2 would be 0. So here, x plus 2 is a factor. Therefore, f of negative 2 equals 0. Oh, by the way, what did the factor theorem say again? If it said something about if x minus a is a factor of f of x, then f of a equals 0. Same argument. If x plus 2 is a factor, then f of negative 2 equals 0. Alright? Factor theorem. Oh, I see what they mean. Here. If x minus a is a factor of f of x, then f of a equals 0. Because guess what? F of a means you change x to a. And this would be a minus a. Would be 0. And 0 times the other things that it multiplies to give f of x must be 0. Now, here. This is giving an example of the factor theorem. Alright? Here. Let's erase. What should I erase now? Okay, let's erase this to make some space. So, you see, just like how you made f of negative 2 equals 0. If you do this, you have 0 times x minus 3 plus times x plus 5. If you say x plus 2 times 0 times x plus 5, all of that will be 0. Because x plus 2 times 0 is 0, and 0 times x plus 5 is 0. How can we make this part 0? Just make the x minus 3 equal 0. So, if x minus 3 is equal to 0, what would the x have to be? X must be 3. So when you change x to 3, you're saying f of 3 equals 0. When you make x 3 and put it in the function, then when you work out what you have, you get e 0. So that means if f of 3 is equal to 0, when you change x to 3, work it out, if you get 0, then x minus 3 is a factor, right? Because when you make this 3, what you get is 3 minus 3 equals 0. So f of 3 is 0. Alright. Now, suppose instead of doing that, you say x plus 2 times x minus 3 times 0. That would make this 0. So therefore, the x plus 5 would be the 0. So if you say x plus 5 equals 0, x plus 5 equals 0, then x would have to be negative 5. So if x is negative 5, it means that negative 5 plus 5 equal 0, where you change this x to negative 5. So when you change x to negative 5, it's the same as saying f of negative 5. And when you do that and work it out, you get 0. So just like here, if you make x equal negative 2, you get 0. If you do it over here, you also get 0. Right? So in that case, you would say negative 2 cubed minus 4 times negative 2 squared minus 11 times negative 2 minus 30. Negative 2 cubed is negative 8. Negative 2 squared is positive 4. 4, 4, 16. Negative 11 times negative 2 is a positive. 11 2 is 22 minus 30. Negative 8 minus 16 is negative 24. 8 2 16, 8 3 is 24. Then you say 22 minus 30. So what you would have is negative this time this positive 22. Let me check something. X cube negative 2 cube. 2 2 is 4, 4 2 is 8. Nice. Minus 4 times negative 2 squared minus 11 times negative 2 minus 30. Negative 8 minus 4, 2 2 is 4, 4 4 16, plus 22 minus 30. Negative 8 minus 16, 24. Negative 24. This wouldn't give you 0. Let me see something. X cube. I realized something. If you multiply out x plus 2, x minus 3, x plus 5, you'll get x cubed plus, this should be a plus, plus 4x squared minus 11x minus 30. Okay. Yeah, my mistake in putting the minus, it's plus. So if you say negative 2 cubed plus 4 by negative 2 squared minus 11 by negative 2 minus 30, you get negative 8 plus 2 2 is 4, 4 4 16 plus 22, because it's a negative times negative, plus 22 minus 30. So negative 8, it would be plus 16. Negative 8 plus 16 is what? Is 8. Plus 22 minus 30. 8 plus 32 is 30. So it's 30 minus 30, which is 0. So you put it in the left or the right, you get 0. Alright? If you try x3, f of 3 cubed plus 4 by 3 squared minus 11 by 3 minus 30 should give you 0. 3 3 is 9, 9 3 is 27, plus 3 squared is 9, 9 4 is 36, minus 11 3 is 33, minus 30. So here 36 minus 30 is 3. So 27 plus 3 minus 30 is 30 minus 30, which is 0. Alright, so it does work for both sides. And if you say f of negative 5 cubed plus 4 times negative 5 squared. Remember, you're replacing x with negative 5 minus 11 times negative 5 minus 30. That will give you 5, 5, 25, 25, 5, 125. So it's negative 125 plus 5 squared is 25. 25 for 100 minus 11 times minus 5 gives you a positive 55 minus 30. So negative 125 plus 100 would be positive 25 plus 50. Oh, negative 25. You're at negative 25 plus 100. You haven't reached the 0 yet. So it's negative 25 plus 50 minus plus 55, I mean, not 50, plus 55 minus 30. Negative 25 plus 55 is what? 25, 35, 45, 55. It's 30, so you get 30 minus 30 equals 0. Alright? So substitute x for any of those, you get 0. Alright. Now, suppose you are given x cubed plus 4x squared minus 11x minus 30, and you're asked to factorize that. What would you do? Pretend as if you didn't know that the factors were 2, negative 3, and 5. Well, what you could do is start by trial and error. You could say, alright, now if you have all of this, it's cubic, it's a cubic equation, so you know that the factors, if you have 3 factors there, you have a maximum of 3 factors. It will be x plus a, x plus b, x plus c. That's the form it would take when you multiply out everything. Now, you could also consider, just like what the factor theorem says, the factors are x minus a, x minus b, x minus c. Now, if you substitute a for x, you would have a minus a, which is 0. And when you multiply 0 by x minus b and x minus c, you get 0. So f of some number is 0. Which number is that? What could it possibly be? Alright, so try f of 1. 1 cubed plus 4 times 1 squared minus 11 times 1 minus 3 is 1 plus 4 minus 11 minus 3. 4 and 1, 5. 5 minus 11 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6. 5 minus 11, negative 6, negative 6 minus, negative 6 minus 3. So it's negative 6 minus 3 or negative 9. It's not 0. So it's not f of 1. F of 1 did not yield a 0. So try f of negative 1 and see what would happen. Negative 1 cubed plus 4 times negative 1 squared minus 11 times negative 1 minus 30 gives you negative 1 plus 4 plus 11 minus 30. Negative 1 plus 4 is 3. 11 and 3 is 15. 15 minus 30. Well, you don't even have to work it out. You know that that doesn't come anywhere near 0. So it's not 0. Alright? So f of negative 1 did not give you 0. If it did, then x plus 1 would be a factor. But that didn't work. Try 2. F of 2. What would that give you? 2 cubed plus 4 times 2 squared minus 11 times 2 minus 30 gives you 8 plus 2 2s 4 4 4 16 minus 22 minus 30. So you get 8 and 16. That's 24 minus 22 minus 30. So 24 minus 22. Well, in that case, that would not be 0 either. Try f of negative 2 then. So negative 2 is negative 2 cubed plus 4 times negative 2 squared minus 11 times negative 2 minus 30 gives you negative 8. 2 2's 4, 4 4 16, so minus 16. Oh, plus, it's a plus. Plus 22, so it's a plus here, plus 22 minus 30. Negative 8 plus 16 is 8. 8 plus 22 minus 30. 8 and 22 is 30, so it's 30 minus 30, which is 0. Okay, so you just found a value of x that makes this 0. So, since f of negative 2 gives you 0, it means that, therefore, x minus negative 2 is a factor, which is x plus 2 is a factor. Why? When you substitute negative 2 for x, what you're saying is that negative 2 plus 2 gives you 0. And 0 times the other two factors, whatever they are, is 0. So therefore, when f of negative 2 is 0, so x plus 2 is a factor. You could continue in the same manner to find the other factors. When you try 3, you would get 0, so you know that x plus 3 is a factor. Then after that, you'd have to try negative 3. It wouldn't work. Try 4. It did not give you a 0. Try negative 4. It did not give you a 0. Try 5. It did not give you a 0. Try negative 5. You get a 0. So you would have found all 3 factors. Or another way is that when you find the first factor, x plus 2, you divide x cubed plus 4x squared minus 11x minus 30 by x plus 2. You'll get a quadratic expression. Then, if you remember how to factorize quadratic expressions, you just factorize it using that same old method, and you get the other 2 factors. You'll get x minus 5, x plus 2. Okay, so there you go. Alright, so that's it for now. Remember to subscribe to the channel, share this video with somebody else, and any questions or comments, put it in the comment section. I will see you in the next video.